it's naturalNaijabeauty. Coming at you guys again with another edition of my weight loss journey, or my weight loss video journal. Today is May 17th, and I officially started this journey on the 12th of May. So just some starting figures. I did post this on my blog. Remember, my blog is naturalNaijabeauty.blogspot.com. Check it out if you get a chance. I did originally post my initial weight and my measurements, but I never actually put it on video, so I want to do the same thing too. I want to document everything via video as well as through blog posts. So initial week 0, which was starting on the 12th, my initial weight was 198 pounds. My initial chest measurement was 42.5 inches. My initial biceps were 12.5 inches. My initial waist was 38.0 inches. My initial hips were 43.75 inches. And my initial thighs were 26.0 inches. And as I said before in my post, that every week I'm going to be remeasuring myself to kind of track my progress. So even if I don't see an additional any weight loss, like in terms of weight loss, I will at least see a change in measurements, which is what I'm going for. And with our bodies, we can't control where we lose weight or where measurements come off. We just our bodies just do what they want. We just keep on working out. So basically what I've been doing so far is going to the gym every other day. And I've been kind of slacking on the days in between, mostly because of the fact that it always falls on an awkward day. But I'm going to make it a point to go to the gym every other day, and in between those days I'm not at the gym, I'm going to be doing workout videos in the morning just to start the day off right, because I do like how energized I feel after I do my workouts. Let me get to a little bit of detail about what I do at the gym. I do about 30 minutes of cardio just to start myself off a little bit easier, because when I first started to work out before, I tried to do like an hour of cardio, and then of course I got so tired of doing it that I just gave up altogether. So I'm starting myself off slow. 30 minutes of cardio either on the stationary bike or the treadmill. I won't be doing those two so far. I might try to do elliptical again tomorrow. But 30 minutes of that stationary bike, and then I've been alternating on weight. Afterwards I do weightlifting, and I do that for a total of about 30 minutes as well. And I do 3 reps or 3 sets of 10 reps. So yesterday, for instance, I focused more so on the upper body. So I did I don't I don't remember all the names of machines, and I want to make a point to write down all these things that I'm doing and all the reps as well as the weight, so I can keep track of what I'm doing, and I can see how much my weight intake, I guess, is increasing as well. So I'm gonna do that. And right now I'm writing everything in this nifty journal. This just says week 0. I do plan on doing my weigh-ins as well as my measurements on Saturdays. So either Saturdays or Sundays. I might have to do them on Sundays because realistically I'm actually be near a scale. So probably Sundays. But let me get back to what I was saying before. I would work on, like, there's a pull-up machine. I promise you I'll get these actual names when I get back there. They're really technical. But I will focus each day I go to the gym. After I do my cardio, I will do either upper body, lower body, or abs, just so that way I don't work on the same attribute at the same, to kind of overextend one part of my body. I'm going to make sure that I'm being completely equal with all of my workouts and all my strength training, mostly because I want to make sure that I grow healthy weight and healthy muscle, and I don't want to spend too much time on abs. Like, I know people sometimes they spend a whole bunch of time on their abs because they want their abs to be in perfect condition. But if you think about it, when you start your workout regimen and you try to lose weight, you can't just lose weight at a certain specific spot. Your body loses weight wherever it wants to lose weight. You pretty much just don't find that out until you take your measurements and you start working out. So as much as I would want my abs and my stomach to be flatter, I just need to do it the old-fashioned way with workout, exercise, and working out every single part of the body in different times. So tomorrow I'll be going to the gym again. Yeah, I'll be going to the gym again. Yeah. So it's either that or me do a workout video. I might do both. I don't know. Why not? Go to the gym, and I'm gonna work on abs because I did upper body, and the last time I went to the gym before the last one, I did the legs. So just to kind of make sure I alternate. And I spend about, like I said before, about an hour or so in the gym. Um, for those days that I'm not in the gym, I plan on using videos, exercise videos. I have a couple of the ones that I plan on using. The first one is very popular. It's the 30-Day Shred by Jillian Michaels. And this one is very, very, very popular. She uses a 3-2-1 interval system that combines strength training, cardio, and abs in a blast through calories. So I've done it before. It's really, really, really intense, but it's worth it. And make sure if you are a beginner, do the modified versions. I find myself on some exercises, I do a couple of the modified versions, and on others, to make them a little bit more difficult for myself, I do try to do the more intense, the harder versions of the exercises. The other video I have, because I only have two at this point, I'm saving up money because, you know, guys, I'm kind of broke. So the second video I have is The Biggest Loser, and this is from all the people from The Biggest Loser, all the trainers from The Biggest Loser, and it's Power Sculpt. And this one is a little bit less intense. Like the other one was more so cardio. This one is more, to me, seems more like strength training ish, but it's still a hardcore workout. It's not as hardcore as the other one, the 30-Day Shred, because it's designed for you to lose a lot of weight or lose a lot of calories and thus a lot of weight within a short period of time, or shorter, I should say, period of time. Whereas this one kind of focuses on toning and I guess toning or something of that nature. And so those are the two videos I have for now. Also, for these videos, they require that you have a set of weights. I'm kind of broke, so the only type of weights that I have are these 2-pounders, and I have two of these. So I just pretty much I keep using those until I get some more money. Then I'll buy some bigger ones when I get into the habit. Right now they're a little bit weak on me, but when I get some money, I'll buy some 3 or 4 or 5 pounders. I'm not sure. Next are these are some things that really quickly, I forgot to say, I am going to be measuring myself every week, and I guess I'm going to be doing it every Sunday, officially every Sunday. And in order to do that, I'm just going to be using good old-fashioned measuring tape. If you don't have any, your local Michaels or any type of craft store sells it. This is only 99 cents, and this was relatively long. Just a normal tape measure. It's in this little circular thing, but I'm going to be using that every Sunday. Okay, on to some of the things I'm going to be using to help me in my journey. As I said before, one of the reasons why I didn't succeed in my previous journey was because I wasn't really trying to keep myself well informed of the things that my body needs, as well as the workouts that my body needs. I had to learn how to pace myself and not just jump into it and get really excited, because I always ended up with me burning out. So one of the things I did was, before I showed you guys these books that in my other videos, but I didn't really read them like I should have. Now I'm actually taking the time to read them. Don't sleep on the titles now. They may be kind of silly or stupid. You guys know about the Dummies series, but don't sleep on them. These things are very, very informative. At first, I'm reading Fitness for Dummies, and it pretty much breaks down getting healthy in very, very intricate detail. It tells you about what you should eat, what your body shouldn't take. It tells you about saturated fat. It tells you about caloric intake. It tells you pretty much about everything you need to know. It breaks down cardio, strength training, all that stuff, what you should and shouldn't do. Even walking and running. It breaks these things down into a little bit of increments. It makes it a lot easier for you to understand, because I would get on the machine and I didn't really understand why cardio was so important. Well, I was like, what's the difference between fat burn and cardio? Whenever I got on machines before, I would be like, oh, let me press fat burn because I want to lose weight, so I should hit fat burn. And realistically speaking, I want to do cardio because I want to challenge my body, and I want to make sure that I'm losing a lot of calories while working out. And in order for me to do that, I have to have a more of an intense workout regimen, and I need to hit my target heart rate, which is, from my age, I'm 23, and my height, and my weight, my target heart rate is 158. So that's the heart rate I need to hit every single time I'm doing cardio, and that makes it more intense. It makes you sweat. As soon as you hit that heart rate, you're sweating, and you just gotta keep it. And that's the hardest part. And that's where you lose the most weight. That's where you burn the most calories. So this fitness book, really, really good. Now, like I said before, this book does have a little bit of section, like a chapter, or so, not a chapter, but like a little unit on nutrition. But if that doesn't tickle your fancy like it did for me, I went out and actually bought the Nutrition for Dummies book. I haven't really taken the chance to read this yet because my main goal was going through the the Fitness for Dummies book, which is what I've actually been doing. I've really been reading it, and I read the nutrition portion, and it gave me the little, the beginnings of the things I need to know to be healthy. But at the same time, I want to make sure I know as much as I possibly can, not just for nutrition, for working out, and for starting this journey, but I want to continue on the path to like healthy eating. Healthy eating, and just things of that nature. Making sure that I'm completely healthy. It tells you about food supplements. It tells you about dieting, things you should eat, the importance of zinc, and all this, all these other things. I just feel like it's in more detail and goes into more depth than the unit in the fitness book does. So once I'm done reading this, I'm going to take the time to read the nutrition book. Um, Last but not least, one of the other things I had problems with when I first started is that like when I did my weight loss journey before, and failed, it was that I couldn't figure out what type of foods I wanted to eat. Like I went out and I was just like about all these egg whites and all this stuff like that, and I realized that I severely decreased the amount of calories I was supposed to be eating. Like I'm, on average they say about 2,000 calories. That's what a normal person is supposed to intake. I reduced my calories to like 1,000, and because of that, I wasn't satisfied. Like I would eat eggs, like 2 egg whites and an English muffin for breakfast. Come home, I would do the same thing for lunch, because I couldn't physically fathom cooking or making anything that would help me stay within a certain amount of calories. Because remember, at the time I didn't understand the basics of working out and nutrition. I would cut the calories a dangerous amount, and I would work out, and because of that I would be tired, I'd be hungry, and that would cause me to be like, this McDonald's looks kind of good. I know that I shouldn't be eating this stuff, but realistically speaking, it tastes good and I'll be full after I'm done eating it. And those were the problems that I ran into. So now I'm doing a lot better. I'm went to the store and I bought healthier things. I bought greens for salad. I bought breakfast sandwiches. These are all the smart ones. That's a really good brand and really good company to go to get some really good food. So they have really some breakfast sandwiches that are low in caloric intake, and they're good for you. I also got frozen dinners from Lean Cuisine, things of that nature. Whole wheat pasta, whole grain pasta, or just a lot of different things. Yogurt, things that I can eat this time that are healthy, low in caloric intake as well as fat, and good for me, and that will be filling me up. Like for the first time ever, I ate like about 5 little meals today. I'm full, and it's only 9:28. I used to snack at 11 o'clock. I'm full. I'm content with going to sleep at 11 o'clock, completely tired. I mean, completely full and satisfied. I don't need to not full like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna purge full, but like I'm satisfied. I don't need to eat anything else. I'm completely contentful. So that's what I'm doing. But I also want to make sure that I keep this up. I don't want to just keep buying the weight loss, those the lean cuisine. I also want to make sure I keep myself healthy, learn how to cook in a healthy manner. So in order to do that, I actually went to Kiwanis in Detroit, which is like a organization who gives books to kids, and I volunteered there, and I ended up picking up this book, which is a 3-in-1 recipe book. Has recipes for grilling, 30-minute meal recipes, and 5-ingredient recipes. This book, if you go to the store, it was on sale at Better Homes and Gardens. I'm not sure what store that is. You can get it from meredithbooks.com, meredithbooks.com if you really want to get the book. But they have the combination of all of these 3 books in this one binder thing. And basically what it does is it breaks down a recipe. It doesn't really have any pictures of the recipe, but it breaks down the recipe into the things that you need to, like, preparation time, the actual ingredients that you need, and then at the end, which I think is really, really cool, it gives you the nutritional facts per serving, so you know how much a serving of anything that you want to eat. For instance, you got this raspberry chicken with plantains, which sounds awesome. When I was flipping through, I was like, let me use this as my example, and it tells you nutrition facts. It says facts per serving, 300 calories for the entire meal, or for one serving, 5 grams of total fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, which is really good. We got 62 milligrams of cholesterol, 103 milligrams of sodium, 45 grams of carbohydrates, 4 grams of fiber, and 23 grams of protein. And it tells you all this stuff. So now you have an idea of what, what you're cooking and how healthy it is for you. So this will give me ways to do, recipes and, come up with recipes and see how good they are and kind of put these into my repertoire of healthy eating. So I'm not just doing frozen meals, because what I want to do eventually is when I get more time, I'll come, transition from, transition from constantly buying frozen meals and start cooking my own meals, and using this method with this book. I'll be able, and not just this book, but there are other books too. And it kind of helps to get books that are good in weight loss or for weight loss recipes. But this one was actually, it was free for me, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna argue or complain about that. But it does help to get, check the caloric intake and, the fat intake. And and the dummies books do a good job of telling you how much you should eat, and how much you should eat per meal for, you have a certain percentage of fat you're supposed to intake a day. And it tells you how much saturated fat you're supposed to have. It has a percentage on the side. So these are different things that you learn. So when you look at something, you're just like, oh, like yesterday I was at the grocery shopping, and I used to love Marie Callender's foods, like the little prepackaged meals. And I walked up, and I'm like, gotten to the point where I go to an item, and the first thing I do is this looks really good. I'll flip it to look at the nutrition facts, and the first thing I do is I look at the caloric intake. I'm like, that's kind of high, 450 for this little bitty thing. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Let's see, maybe if the fat's low. The fat was like 15 grams. So I'm like, wow, this is too much for this little bitty container. And after I saw that, I put it back. As much as it hurt me, because the meal looked delicious, I was just like, this is not physically good for me to eat. If I eat this, then I have to decrease the amount of calories I eat later on in the day. And you don't want to be focusing on how many calories you eat here, there, and there. You want to focus more so on having healthy, well-rounded meals to eat. Healthy, well-rounded meals to eat, while at the same time being, I guess, resourceful, making sure that you continue to use. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, you basically want to make sure that you continue to eat healthily. You want to make sure that you continue to not. You don't want to eat all your calories within one meal, because that really severely hurts you for later on, and then it puts you at risk of jeopardy of going over the total amount of calories you're planning on eating for the day. So right now, my total caloric intake, my goal is 1,800 per day, which is definitely feasible, because 2,000 is the normal. So if I do 1,800 and then I continuously work out, I'm going to start losing calories, because I'm taking in less calories than I'm actually, burning off throughout the week. So that helps me a lot. So that is it for now. I believe that's everything I want to show you guys. I will be doing a video, probably not today, but the next weigh-in. I'll be showing you guys how I actually well, not necessarily weigh myself, because everybody knows how to weigh themselves, but I will show you guys how I measure myself and measure my I'm going to actually do my measurements on the video, put it on YouTube, so you guys can all watch and enjoy and see what I do to measure myself. And this is something, the process I'm going to be doing every single week. So I'm going to show you guys how I measure myself next week. Well, sorry, on Sunday. And then from then on, I'm just going to post a video talking about, hey, these are my measurements. And I'm going to make sure I do front shot, side shot, back shot, other side shots, so you guys can see the progress. And hopefully my goal is to put these clips all into a video, and you can see the the progression of my weight loss throughout the entire time. So that is it for me for now. I did give you guys my initial my initial measurements, and I do have weight loss goals, and I will be coming up with all that stuff. I don't really know the measurement goals, because I don't really know how much weight or inches I'll lose in my measurements, but I do have an ultimate good goal or weight goal, like range of 135 to 140, which is what they say my BMI says I need to have, or my height and build says that I need to have in order to be healthy. And right now I'm considered to be obese. So throughout this workout regimen I'm gonna continue working out, and we'll see where it leads me. Alright, that's it for me for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it was informative. I will be showing you guys the type of things that I make to eat, as well as the things that I do to just kind of continue remaining healthy. Maybe I'll show you guys a workout one day with the video. I don't know. But that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have a great one. Stay blessed.